I saw her laughing with another man, not just a polite chuckle or that faint, guarded smile she gave strangers, but that full head thrown back kind of laugh. The one she used to save just for me. They were sitting together on a weathered bench outside our old coffee shop, the place where we had spent countless sunrises sharing coffee and quiet conversations like secrets. The sight hit me like a punch. I stood across the street, half shielded by a slow-moving crowd, the first drops of rain beginning to fall around me. For a second I forgot how to breathe. I thought I was past all of this. Thought time had buried the pain beneath layers of distraction and days that blurred into years. But seeing her like that, radiant in a way that once only I could make her feel, tore something open inside me I didn't realize was still raw. The man beside her was tall, confident in that effortless way that makes you feel smaller just by comparison. He said something and she laughed again, easily, freely. She tucked her hair behind her ear, a nervous gesture I knew like a reflex. It used to be my cue that she was flustered or maybe trying to impress someone. I used to know everything about her. Her voice when she was excited, how it lifted into this lilting cadence that could undo me. How she liked her coffee, one sugar, always with a shy glance like she was guilty for wanting something sweet. I memorized those things. And now someone else was learning them. Learning the shape of her mornings, the rhythm of her laugh, the scent of her hair after rain. He was tracing over the map of a world I once called mine. I tried to leave. I swear I tried. But my legs were heavy, rooted in memories that came crashing like waves, unrelenting and cold. I remembered our first date, how she made fun of my terrible playlist. I remembered staying out until 2 a.m. just talking, sitting on a different bench not far from this one. I could still see her humming while washing dishes, spinning barefoot in the kitchen like it was her own little stage, eyes sleepy but bright. I remembered how she clung to me the night her cat died, shaking and broken, how I held her like I could protect her from the world. We weren't perfect. We fought over stupid things. She always left every light on. I always forgot to fold my laundry. But when we were good, we were home. Until one day we weren't. It didn't fall apart all at once. It started subtly, small misunderstandings, missed calls, the way silence stretched longer than it should. Like a thread unraveling, slowly at first, then suddenly everything was just gone. She said she felt unseen. That I was too far away even when I stood beside her. Maybe I was. Maybe I thought she'd never leave. But one night she looked at me with tears already gathering in her eyes and said, "We're not moving in the same direction anymore." I didn't fight it, not the way I should have. We said we'd stay friends. That promise dissolved into empty space and unread messages. We became ghosts in each other's stories. Now, watching her laugh beside someone new, I told myself this was how it should be. That happiness is what you're supposed to wish for someone you once loved. But then her eyes found mine. Through the veil of rain, through the shifting crowd, she saw me. And something in her smile wavered, like she'd seen a ghost too. A shadow of who I used to be to her. I should have walked away. I meant to. But my body betrayed me. My feet moved first. She saw me, stood, murmured something to the man who looked confused and stepped toward me. The rain picked up, soaking her hair, smudging the makeup from her eyes, but she didn't stop. Neither did I. "Hey," she said, her voice low and breaking every wall I'd built since she left. "Hi," I answered, though it barely came out. She looked at the sidewalk, then back at me. "I didn't know you were in town." "Just visiting," I lied. She nodded, and for a moment the silence between us wasn't awkward. It was familiar. Heavy. Lived in. "You doing okay?" she asked carefully. 1,000 things rose in my throat. I wanted to tell her everything, how I still waited for her name to light up my screen, how her laugh haunted me at night, how I never really let go. But all I said was, "Fine. You." She hesitated. "Better, I guess." The air was full of rain and unspoken things. "I saw you laughing," I said. "I saw you watching," she replied. Then, like she couldn't help herself, she stepped closer. "I think about you," she whispered. "A lot. Sometimes when I'm with him and it doesn't feel right." Her voice cracked slightly. "You never reached out," I said. "I know," she said, her eyes shining. "But I always hoped I'd see you again." I looked away. Not because I didn't believe her, but because I wanted to. And that terrified me. "Are you happy?" I asked. She gave the smallest shrug. "I'm trying. But he doesn't get me like you did." I wanted to say that I still remembered the scent of her shampoo. That I still had dreams where I woke up searching for her. Instead I asked, "Why now?" She smiled, small and full of ache. "Because I saw you, and I couldn't remember why I ever left." The rain was pouring now, but neither of us moved. "You're still my favorite," she whispered. And I felt it again. That pull. That ache. That question. Maybe this wasn't a new beginning. Maybe it was just a moment. Pause. A spark flickering in the ruins of something that once was alive and still refused to die quietly. But in that moment I understood something. Real love doesn't disappear. It lingers. It waits in hidden corners. And sometimes, it finds you again, soaking wet in the rain long after you thought it was gone. If you've ever lost someone, know this: closure doesn't always come in a tidy goodbye. Sometimes it's a look across a crowded street. Sometimes it's a heartbeat. Sometimes it's the echo of a laugh that used to belong to you. And if they find you again, broken or whole, don't be afraid to pause. Even if it's just to remember what it once felt like to be truly seen.